Hi everyone. Let us discuss today factors affecting stability constant. Uh, there are different factors which are influencing the stability constant to increase stability constant and to decrease the stability constant. Uh, we can classify them as three from the metal side factors, saying that from metal side factor and ligand side factor and geometry factors, right? So like that there are three broad classes of factors which influencing the stability constant to increase or decrease, right? So coming to metal factors. Metal ion effects or factors, there are different factors which are influencing, from which the first one we discuss is charge on metal ion. Charge on metal ion. So when we observe the different charged metal complexes, metal ion complexes, the higher charge, right, having higher stability constant values. When there are low charge, when it come, the lower charge complexes stability constants are low, right? As the charge increases, the k value also getting increased, k or beta. Both are thermodynamic stability constants, na? Right? The increase in stability constant is due to increase of charge on metal ion. This is can be expressed in different examples we can consider. When we consider ferrous complex in compare with ferric, right? Same metal, right? Having uh, same combination. If we consider ferrous EDTA and ferric EDTA, ferrous EDTA, ferric EDTA, right? So in both, or we can go with different, right? Hexacyano ferrous complex, hexacyano ferric complex. In all, any ligand complex with uh, different charged metal ions, when we consider, as the charge is increased, the stability constant is increased, right? The ferric complexes are having more k value than ferrous complexes, right? The due factor, when we observe, the reason when we observe, right, the charged, highly charged ferric, right, when having large charge, nothing but its electron deficiency is larger. When it is electron deficiency is larger, it can accept the electrons from the metal's ligand side very effectively, right? It polarizes the ligands very effectively, polarizes the ligand very effectively and forms an shorter bond and stronger bond, shorter and stronger bond stronger bond it forms, right? So all together, having large size metal polarizing ligand site in more extent and forming shorter stronger bond will have strong complexation and results in stable complexation. High stable complexation results in k value in high, k value in high. Whereas in less charged metal ions, the polarization capacity will be get down, right, gets low onto the ligand side. So the bonding will be weaker. When it is bonding is weaker, the formed complex will be slightly unstable, right, slightly lower instable. So when there is a lower unstable complex it is forming, the its k value will be low, right, the k value will be low, right. Like that, the charge will be influences on the stability constant. As the charge increases, the stability constant value will get increases, right. The second is size of metal ion. When we observe the size matters in a group, if we go beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium, like that, if we go, or first group lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, right. When we consider such group metal ions forming complexes with same ligand sites, even the same ligand site, right, the charge is same in the second group metal ions if we consider, or in the first group metal ion consider, in both, right, from the group only they are having same charges. Second group metal ions all having plus 2 charge, first group metal ions having all plus 1 charge. When we observe here, right, the smaller size metals are having more stability constant value with compared to with large size metal ions, right. So this is why it is happening, because when there is a smaller size ligands, smaller size metals forming complexation with ligand sites, complexing with ligand site, the shorter bonds it forms, they forms shorter bonds. When there is a shorter bond, it is a stronger bond, it would be stronger bond. When there is a stronger bond, the complexation will be very very stable, and it reflects the k value to be high, right. Whereas in larger size metal, when we consider, from larger size metal to ligand bond is lengthened bond, longer bond, lengthened bond, and it is weaker, right, weaker bond, right. When there is a weaker bond it is forming between metal and ligand, its stability will be low, and it reflect the k value to be very very low, right. That's how the size, when there is a smaller size it comes, the strong complexation take place. When there is a size is larger, the stability constant value will be get decreases, right. So this is how the size. When it come to third one, ionization potential. All polarization factor. Right. Before going to the statement or its reasons, we have to know what is the ionization potential or polarization factor, right. It could be defined as the ratio of charge to size. The ionization potential defined as charge to size ratio, right. So, and it is also called as polarization power, or polarization factor, right. Polarization power also can be called the charge to size ratio, right. And this charge to size ratio, when it is more, the stability constant value is more. When ionization potential value is less, the stability constant value is less, right. This is simple because, right, When ionization potential is more, the numerator, the ratio's numerator should be large or denominator should be less. So which nothing but ionization potential more, it indicating that the charge, either charge should to be more or size should to be less. When there is a charge is more, just now I said that when charge is increasing, the stability constant is increasing. So ionization potential increase nothing but charge should increase. When there is a charge increase, the K value is increases, right? In another word, when ionization potential increase, the size should to decrease. When the sizes are lesser and lesser, right, again the stability constant is getting increased, right? So having increase in ionization potential either increases the charge or decreases the size, which reflects the K value to increase, stability constant value to increase. Say when it come to reverse, when it comes to decrease, IP decrease, ionization potential decrease. When ionization potential decreases, the charge will be lesser and the size will be larger. When charge is less, again the K value is down, K value is decreasing, and the size when it is increased, the K value again down, right? The K value again down. So when ionization potential decreases, either charge is decreases or size is increases, which reflects in the stability constant value to get decrease, right? Get decrease, right? This is how the ionization potential or polarization power, right? The fourth factor saying that Irving William order, right, expressed as Irving William order. According to Sweezer-Zen-Bench, the metals are classified into metal ions are classified into three: class A metals, class B metals, and borderline metals. Borderline metal ions, right? So here the metals are classified into three classes by the Sweezer-Zen-Bench, where the class A, class B, and borderline it suggests, where the class A metals will have high charge, small size, and harder to polarize, have noble gas configuration, and harder to polarize. Thus, all character metal ions are considered to be class A metals. When it comes to class B, it is reverse, right? Low charge, large size, high or filled d electrons, and easy to polarize, right? Easy to polarize, harder to polarize nothing but can increase the oxidation state, right? Increasing the oxidation state, right? So wherein come to class A, they cannot increase. The increase in oxidation states are harder, since having larger oxidation state, they cannot further go high oxidation state. Whereas in class B, they having lower charge, so they can easily increase their oxidation state, right? So for example, when it go, right, in here manganese plus 7, tantalum plus 6, osmium plus 7, right? Like this, ferric aluminum plus 3, and so on. These cannot be extend their oxidation states, right? And has larger oxidation states, smaller sizes, and having all electrons, d electrons are lost. They will be have noble gas configuration, and they are harder to polarize, which nothing but they cannot increase their oxidation states, right? So these are all metal ions can be class A metals. When it comes to class B, copper plus, mercury plus, zinc plus, mercury plus 2, aurum plus, palladium plus 2, right? All these, right? Where these are large sized and low charged, plus 1 plus 2 charged, low charged metal ions, right? Will have filled d electron density in all, right? And they can be increase their oxidation state. Copper can go with plus 2, like that. Like that they can increase their oxidation states, right? So all this character makes these metal ions to be class B, right? Where when we have the these class A class B metal ion combination, Squeezerson bench says that the class A metals can form stable complexes with with small size uh, non-metal ligand sites, right? When there are small size, when we are going particularly with halogens, right? Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, when we consider smaller size, fluorine can form stable completion, high stable completion. There it followed by chlorine and moderate, bromine slightly less stable complex, iodine is very less stable combinations are formed by the class A metals, like that. The smaller size nonmetals in the ligand sites can form stable complexes with class A. Not only halogens, let us go with nitrogen site, nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, oxygen, sulfur, selenium. These sites ligand, right? When nitrogen having ligand sites such as ammonia, right, or ethylene diamine, right? Like that, ligand sites can form more stable complexes when there are phosphorus site ligand, right? Phosphine, like that. Comparatively, ammonia makes more stable complex than phosphine complexes, phosphine ligand complexes, like that. Like that, when nitrogen to phosphorus, phosphorus to arsenic, right? Having site ligands will have stable completion with class A, right? Where nitrogen will be more stable complexes. Nitrogen having ligand sites will form more stable complexes in comparative with phosphorus containing ligand site complexes, and phosphorus containing ligand sites will have slightly more stable complexes than arsenic. Like that, the class A metals will form such stable combinations. When it comes to class B, it will just get reverse. The large size non-metal ligand sites will form more stable complexes with class B, where halogens, when we come, iodine forms more stable complex than bromine, bromine to follow by chlorine, chlorine to follow by fluorine. Fluorine will have least stable complexes with combination with class B, right? So like that, when it come to nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, arsenic will be stable than phosphorus side, than nitrogen side. So like this, the reverse combinations are existed by the different class of metal ions. But Squeezerson bench is didn't define the stability order in borderline metals, where the Irwin William started to describe thus order, and which is very popular because the borderline metals are very frequently forming the complexes. The borderline metals here we can consider the 3D metals, right? 3D series metals such as scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, cobalt, nickel, zinc, nickel, copper, zinc. Such 3D series metal ions, right, forms more number of complexes, right, existing more number of complexes. When defining thus metal complexes stability order will becomes more popular to the Irving William, right? And here the Irving William suggests that the order uh, considering the borderline metal ion stability constant, where manganese plus 2, considering different 3D metals, manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper, zinc. When he consider plus 2 charged borderline plus 2 charged 3D metals, 3D metals are the borderline metal ions, and where the sequence is, the order is, the manganese is less than ferrous is less than cobalt, cobaltus is less than nickel plus 2, nickel plus 2 is less than copper plus 2, copper plus 2 is greater than zinc plus 2. The order is proposed by the Irving William is this, right? From manganese plus 2, copper plus 2, the increase in stability constant was given, and from the copper to zinc, the decrease in stability constant was given by the Irving William, and which is popular as Irving William order, right? This is the order is due to of their sizes, right? From manganese to copper, manganese plus 2 to copper, the decrease in size can be observed, right? Where in manganese plus 2 the d5 electrons will be there, in iron plus 2 d6, in copper plus 2 in cobalt plus 2 d7, in nickel plus 2 d8, in copper plus 2 d9, right? These electronic configurated metal ions, right, will have slightly decrease in the size, decrease in the size. When there are decrease in the size is happening, right, the smaller size metals can form stable complexes. We have already discussed it, right, in the size of the metal ion factor. So as the size from manganese to copper is decreasing, right, the stability constant is getting increased. But copper to zinc, what happens is the size is slightly enhances, right? Size get increases. So due to size increase, the K value get decreases, right? The size increase due to the shielding effect. The d10 electrons can be shields the s electron density, and thus make the slight increase in the size in zinc, right? So that make the zinc increase size to decrease the K value. So that's how the Irving William order, which is very popular, right? So these four factors, four effects can be expressed in affecting the stability constant of metal complexes. Here I stop. These are the four factors from the metal side, which here I stop, and it completes the metal side factors. In next we will be discuss the ligand side factor. How does the ligand factors are influencing the stability constant to decrease or increase its value, right? So let us stop, right? Bye.